sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Monica Rick. President Biden's gearing up for his State of the Union address tonight in Washington, which will be streamed on Instagram Live for the first time. White House Deputy Press Secretary Olivia Dalton gave us a preview.
The president is going to lay out a clear contrast and compelling vision for the path forward for our country. He'll talk about his core values, from defending democracy rather than diminishing it, to defending our most fundamental freedoms rather than ripping them away.
The president is also expected to lay out U.S. plans to build a temporary port to get more aid into Gaza. The speech also comes just a few days after Super Tuesday, and CBS's Jim Krasula says voters will be watching.
What are some of the issues these North Carolina voters hope the president discusses? Economy, wages.
The economy is the number one.
I'm most interested in women's health rights and the immigration issue.
The well-being of the state of the country. Others told me they hope the president will address inflation, healthcare costs, and abortion. Jim Krasula, CBS News, Summerfield, North Carolina.
Biden's State of the Union starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Alabama Senator Katie Britt will deliver the Republican response. Ceasefire negotiations have stalled in the Middle East, with talks not set to pick up again till next week. Reporter Linda Gradstein has more from Jerusalem.
The Hamas delegation has left Cairo, and a senior Hamas official blamed Israel for the impasse, while Israel says Hamas is saying no to the deal. There seems to be an agreement in principle over the release of about 40 hostages in exchange for a 6-week ceasefire, but Hamas wants a commitment that it will lead to a permanent ceasefire and a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza.
Opening statements have started in James Crumley's trial. He's the father of a school shooter in Michigan who killed 4 students in 2021. WWJ-TV reporter Andres Gutierrez says his wife's trial could have a big impact here.
In her testimony, she ended up shifting a lot of the responsibility to her husband, James, who's on the stand. She said he's the one who was responsible for storing the weapon. He is the one who bought him that weapon, and that is at the crux of what the prosecution said during the opening statement.
Jennifer Crumley was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter last month. February heat tipped the needle in the record books. New data shows last month was the hottest February ever, with temps near 2 degrees above average. And the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles is going back to basics for the Oscars this Sunday. It's rolling out the red carpet after trying a champagne color last year. Remember, the big show is also starting an hour earlier this year at 7 p.m. Eastern. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these dash cam news adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.